Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Brian. Hope you're doing well today. It is the 6th of December, and here just to do a quick update for you. What's happening in the markets? What am I looking at? What am I trading? First things first, as I mentioned yesterday, I still don't have my new futures account set up, so I'm not trading futures, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. From a forex standpoint, let me show you what's going on over here. Let's pull this screen in. Oops. No. What am I doing? Which screen? This one? There it is. So forex, just looking again, like we talked about before, find a currency that's got pretty high range for the day. Play a breakout. Today we had non-farm payroll. So when you have non-farm payroll, typically what you'll see is spreads widen very considerably. You'll see spreads go from maybe 2 or 3 pips up to 7, 8, 10, 12, 20 pips. You can see a huge range there. That did the same thing it always does. So anyway, what I did today, waited for the range to come back to normal. So on here, the range on this pound yen, we saw a pip range go from, again, like 2 pips up to, I want to say it was around 12 pips, because it was certainly more than a bar and a half here. So it was about 12 pips. Wait for that to come back down. So we had, non-farm payroll announcement, a couple of minutes of just craziness with really wide pip spread, comes back down to normal. Then I entered both and allowed this to put a buy and a sell on. It never came back down to trigger the sell. It did go up, touched this buy, which put us into a trade, and now the trade's on and being managed over there. From a future standpoint, markets reacted very positively to the news. I have no idea what the news is. I didn't even look. As I've talked about before, I've stopped looking. I stopped looking years ago at the outcome of news, because what it does is it taints my opinion of what the market should be doing. I form these biases, which, again, we're human. We've got biases about the market. There's things that we think should happen in the market, or the market should be doing X, Y, or Z. That's human nature, but you've got to put it aside when you've got a trading plan. And for me, like, watching news in real time creates a bias real time in my trading and makes me want to take action based on what I think should happen on the news. Not watching the news allows you, or allows me anyway, to just look at simply what's happening on the chart and see, okay, are we moving to key areas? How's price reacting around those key areas? And then I can better execute the trading plan. And that's for me what it's all about. I'd rather have a trading plan that I can execute consistently rather than let my personal biases about what's happening right now creep in. Again, recognizing the fact that we've all got a bias about what we think the market should do, but what you think or I think or the guy on NBC or MSNBC or whatever thinks should be happening is irrelevant. No one knows. No one knows the damn future about where the market's going. No matter what they tell you online, no one knows what's going to happen next. It's impossible, right? They all have an opinion of what's going to happen next, and so do you and I. But we've got to just simply trade our plan. If we want to be consistent as traders, trade the plan. Don't recognize when the bias is creeping in, and do your best to set that aside. And we'll talk more about some mindset stuff at another time. Gary asked me yesterday about CCT. I don't know what's going on with CCT. I have no idea. It's the most crazy thing I have ever experienced in business in my life. I've experienced a lot of crazy things, but in business in my life, I have no idea. I met James in London in September, early September. Flew out to London for a financial event. And James came into town. We had a cup of coffee and talked a bit and sat down and planned for what was going to happen in the future. Talked about what next steps were going to be for his funded account program. I got on the plane to fly home and never heard from him since. Totally, to use a kind of an internet term out there, totally ghosted. And that's what it was. I've been totally ghosted. Emails, calls, text messages, nothing's returned. I have no idea what's going on or what's happening there. It is frustrating to say the least, but it is what it is. So I have no idea. I know clients of CCT are frustrated as well, but I don't have any information. As a contractor, I was with James for like 8 years, and I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's the weirdest thing in the world. So yeah, I have no updates, zero on that. So yeah, if I knew how to contact him, I'd tell you, but I don't know how to contact him because I can't. So there you go. It is what it is. All right. So anyway, back to trading stuff. I got a trade on here on the pound yen and forex. Just using a simple breakout strategy. Want to see where that goes. We have no idea what's going to happen with that trade. You know, like everything, right? With a breakout strategy, what happens is trade puts on. I ratchet off risk as quickly as possible. So on the trade that I have on, I've already taken off half the risk of what I was prepared to take. It could very well come back and stop me out. I have no control over that. Same in the futures market. I'm not trading, but in the futures market, it did break through a pretty key level here. We had a top up here at this 31.33 area, and that had been an area previously of resistance here for us. So we hit resistance here, broke it, became support, broke it, retested, and now we're back testing it again. Looks like that's a pretty key area that it's broken through here. We'll see where that goes, but it looks like the market's continuing on its long-term upward trend right now. So that is what it is. I haven't even looked at gold, but right now if the S&P is moving up, more than likely gold is pushing back down. There's some interesting levels on gold as well that you might want to watch as it gets down near those. Hopefully early next week I'll get my futures account set up here and be ready to go. They're just waiting on some paperwork from my attorney. So anyway, that's all we've got for right now. In a trade here, we can see what that one's doing. Well, you can't see. I'm pointing to something you can't see, but I'm in a trade over there, the one I showed you earlier. Not doing anything in futures, which is fine. End of the week, we'll see what happens. Next week when we're back online. For CCT, like I said, I've got nothing. I have no idea. It's the most bizarre thing I've experienced in the world, and it is what it is. I really prefer not to keep rehashing it because it's like one of those wounds that I finally made peace with over the last month, and it's crazy. It really is. It's crazy, to say the least. So anyway, that's it for me. I'll let you guys know what else is going on as we get into next week. Hopefully, I'll have all these accounts back active again, and we can trade live, and I'll post up the trades as I'm taking them, just like we did. I have been doing, for months now. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.